everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be installing an MA Performance Stage 1 Plus kit. So that'll be essentially a new intake and a tune. I've heard good things about this kit. It'll be a small power increase as well as some nice intake noise. And yeah, I'll be wearing the GoPro strapped to my head, so we'll have a first-person view of how to install the kit. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we are with the parts. I've already opened this earlier and I took out the access port and put that in my car. You can see there's this really nice heat shield. Looks like it's powder coated in red. That should match the powder coated parts already on the STI. It's really nice. MA Performance also threw in this t-shirt. And here we have the actual air intake tube, as well as a spot to mount the mass airflow sensor. I'm guessing in this box probably have the air filter. Wow, that is huge. So yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. Just have to take out what's there from the factory and then put this stuff in. We've also got this coupler, and there's a connector in there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's take it out. Also comes with this connector to extend what's there in the factory harness for the mass airflow sensor, because it is at a different distance to the factory harness compared to what's in the stock intake. Alright, so now we'll get started on taking out the factory intake. I did adjust the camera angle a little bit. It was a little bit too high, so hopefully this is a little better for everyone. So to start off, we want to remove this factory air intake runner. So there's just a couple of clips, it looks like, and that should come right off. The trusty old clip removal tool works very well. Highly recommend them. And that just comes right off after those two clips are removed. Next, it looks like I have to undo this nut. I'm not sure if we need to leave this bracket in yet, but we definitely need to take this nut off, and the air filter, as well as the mass airflow sensor, which I can just unclip that right now. Excuse me, just the harness for it. Okay, there is another bolt down there. This extension makes it really easy to get to that bolt down there. Okay, so we'll need to undo this clip for the MAF sensor harness. I think Old Faithful can help us with this. Yep, it comes right out. see if that can reach. Easy as that. I'm pretty sure we aren't going to need this bracket anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way. I do like how they painted those studs. Same color as the car. Okay, so I completed assembly of this intake. Essentially, you just use the included machine screws to mount the map sensor, assemble the silicone hose here, and then attach the filter. You do have to kind of force it down there. It's a little too big, it seems. Okay, but once it's down there, it does fit just fine. Okay, so for the heat shield, this rubber strip should actually go on this part where the coolant hose goes through. So we'll go ahead and do that. That works pretty well, actually. Okay. And then we need to put in the bolt here and the one that goes through the ground, and then we can put the intake on. Okay, so we'll put in this first bolt where the old intake box used to mount. Leave that a little bit loose. Okay, so first we will put in this bolt that was used by the intake airbox before. Leave that a little loose until we get everything fitted. Now the bolt that goes through the ground wire. Do want to make sure this gets tight so that ground is working correctly. So those are nice and snug. Now let's line the intake back up. Alright, so I went off camera for a minute and I put together some of the factory hardware with a piece of this rubber that came in the kit. And it wasn't really obvious what piece to use here. I would ideally like this to be spaced out a little more, just so there's some better clearance. So I'll probably talk to MA Performance and see what they have to say about this piece here, but for now this should work. We just need to tighten up these hose clamps, plug in the sensor, flash the car, and we'll be good to go. Alright everyone, been driving the car for a few minutes now, just making sure that everything is running as expected. Things are looking pretty good. So pretty soon here I'll do my first pull and see how the car performs. Already the intake noise is very noticeable. It sounds awesome. But I will stop talking for a little bit and just let you guys enjoy the sounds. nice. I think it's a little faster than stock. It's kind of hard to tell. Still getting used to the noise. I do like what the tune did with the throttle. It seems like the throttle mapping is a little bit less aggressive in the first part where you just step into the throttle. That's kind of a problem this car had from the factory. It's a little bit too sensitive right when you get on the throttle. A little bit easier to control it seems. Hope you enjoyed the video, as well as the little bit of driving there at the end. We're going to end the video here. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and consider subscribing.